Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the No Sell Podcast. No Sell Entertainment's weekly look at all things wrestling. And, oh my goodness, it's time to get back into pay-per-views, folks.
What?
It's been a couple weeks since we've had to do one of these, but we got pay-per-view pickups this week for Fastlane. We got a full week's television to go through. And guess what? We're back to full strength this week. Because some people decided to work off their suspensions doing community service in other places.
That look he's giving you right now.
Hey, some people get popped
more often than the others.
Some people just get a pop, much like the voice of a generation, the Onitoshi Jeff Mack.
Yeah, you get a pop like Roman Reigns gets a pop.
In all fairness, we can't front. That one was good. That was
every now and then I get a good.
We really thought he was gonna push someone, and then just nope, all about me.
Spotlight here.
Oh my God, Jeff is Spotlight Batista.
Yep.
But I like Spotlight Batista.
I do too. Spotlight Batista was great.
Speaking of people that we like, dashing Joseph Lessel. Yes, wave at the microphone.
How many times do I have to tell you it's an audio podcast?
We're on YouTube, but not video yet.
Oh.
God damn it.
Of course, the savior Richard Marticelli.
This is already too dumb, and we're barely started. And there's a lot of dumb things to talk about this week.
Oh, I got one.
God damn it.
Please save this entire podcast. Human Wrestling Database, Corey Mack.
I will face fuck the shit out of you.
Josh Matthews is the greatest play-by-play announcer of all time.
No! It was not Josh Matthews. Although that cancer on life needs to be fired right away.
There was that petition going around that they want him fired.
I signed it.
Yeah?
Oh, hell yeah, he sucks.
Funny enough, most of the locker room did, I think, as well. So, Corey, you weren't with us last week.
Nope.
I had to do a little community service.
Yeah, well, you know, the man, and by that producer's end, decided that, and I think I'm just going to throw this out here just once. We all know she's romantically linked to someone on this show, and he's never had to take a test. Just throwing that out there.
Are we saying Zen and Joe are the Triple H and Stephanie?
I am the game!
All I'm saying is that a couple of times, I know you two have been popped a couple of times for random tests. He's had 0, I've had 48.
And Joe, I mean, the shade was getting a little out of hand there for a second.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So
I am the game, and I know how to play it.
I'm broken.
So the question is, why is there a sledgehammer behind you?
Okay, the podcast, we just need to end it there. That was hilarious.
I bury people on podcasts.
He does bury podcast. Actually, I did want to give you, not to bring the mood down. I want to give you a chance, because you were not here last week, and you are the one of us who actually knows the most about wrestling. When it comes to the old school stuff, especially.
I am offended. It's true.
I wanted to see.
I'm digging his hole right now.
I want you to give your 2 cents about the passings from last week.
We have 3 to talk about, really.
Yeah.
And not one you're thinking of. I have 4.
4.
We'll give her her due. We'll give her her due.
Yeah, we did talk about all 4.
Nicole Bass passed away. I have nothing good to say about her. But that doesn't mean I'm burying her. I'm just saying I wasn't a fan of her work. Condolences to her family and loved ones. Yeah. It always sucks to lose a loved one.
Your work was shit. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
I just cut a Lance Storm tweet about her death.
Come on.
No, I
greatly appreciated that.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because someone was shit doesn't mean they deserve to be praised just because they died.
Right? But then we get to 3 people I did respect. Yeah. One, Chavo Guerrero Sr. passed a couple weeks ago. We didn't get to talk about that. Chavo Classic, the eldest of the Guerrero boys. Father, of course, Chavo Jr. Apparently, he took all of the charisma and left Chavo with just some in-ring skills. Sucks. He was fairly young. He's early 60s or late 60s. Yeah, late 60s.
Late 60s.
And Sucks. Another Guerrero gone. One I watched growing up. Not as much as Eddie, of course. One of my all-time favorites. But Chavo Classic. I love his 2004 Cruiserweight run on SmackDown.
The oldest Cruiserweight champion in history.
Yeah. I mean, it was awesome. George the Animal still passing away. WWE Hall of Famer, long-time guy in WWF. In fact, he was an agent for years after he quit wrestling. Best known probably for the late 80s babyface, simple gimmick with the green tongue and mind the pet and the eating the turnbuckles.
That's where we went with him and Macho in the 3 and stuff like that.
But, I mean, he was a feared heel in the 60s and 70s. Big-time opponent for Bruno. Drew a lot of money in Madison Square Garden. Was a teacher and football coach during the year. And basically just wrestle summers.
Wow.
Up until the national expansion when you had to. Yeah. And then finally, and the one that hit me the most, because I was a big fan of his, is Ivan Koloff. Passing away after a long illness. Former WWF champion, of course, best known. And the guy, I mean, all you really need to know about him is he's the guy that ended Bruno's 7.5-year title reign in Madison Square Garden in January 71, where you could hear a pin drop after the match was over. And they were so afraid of riots that they had him lose the belt 9 nights later.
Yeah.
The original plan was to go a little longer with him, but beating Bruno, he had so much heat.
Yeah.
They rushed it. Like, well, fine, here's the new champ. But forever known for that, of course, his 80s Crockett run with Nikita Koloff and Crusher Khrushchev. Great guy.
One of the real beginning, or one of the originators of that kind of foreign heel gimmick.
Yep.
One of the best of all time when it came to that.
Before he was Ivan Koloff, he was Red McNulty from Canada. Great wrestler. Again, all 4 losses, terrible. Condolences to the families and loved ones. So yeah, there we go.
I'm about to say, because it's something I really wanted to get to last week. Unfortunately, we couldn't do. I mean, we went over it the best we could, but I wanted to get you in on this because that's
what I do.
Especially with Steele and Koloff, I know you had a lot more insight there. So
let's get happy with an announcement to the induction to the Hall of Fame with it's me, it's Hall of Famer DDP. So best.
He has no idea what we're doing.
Best introduction class ever, or
I'll tell you what,
best introduction class ever?
I don't know. I mean, if you're looking at star power, I'd probably have to say 2013 will always be the biggest class ever. You had Bruno, Bob, Foley, Booker, Trish.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Trish.
I mean, that was a stacked year.
What about Mr. T? That was a good one.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But this year is my favorite one, I'll tell you that much. Already. We're only 4 in. This is my favorite class of all time.
How many more do you think we're going to get before this is all said and done?
It's usually
Well, there's usually
6.
It used to be 7. They've gone down to 6 the last couple of years, so I'm guessing 2 more.
Thank you for bringing up the Hall of Fame. I have a tag team that I am still shocked that's not part of the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Steiner Brothers.
Are they not?
Well, I think they're a little worried about Scott Steiner.
I was going to say, what is the issue? Like,
That's exactly the issue.
That
right
is
there.
Scotty?
Yeah.
When there's certain people
fat
you just
pigs!
you really can't put into the in front of a microphone still, and that's kind
Fuck you for this Hall of Fame. I don't give a shit. I'm Big Papa Pop.
Everyone come to my restaurant.
I would.
I would.
I'll put you in the Steiner recliner, bitch!
I wouldn't complain about the service though, and I would make sure to tip really well.
This was made excellently.
Who wants a Frankensteiner in that toilet?
I don't want to be a problem, but my meat is still red completely.
You're about to be red!
You like it that way, bitch.
And now let me tell you the math of how you do that.
Yeah. Hey, can you explain the rate on this tip for me?
My bill is like $100.
2 plus 2 is 4!
You see, you got the Samoa Joe. His fat ass.
It's he's been watching the Raw where they go, all right, it's the Booker tip. 2 plus 2 is Thomas Jefferson.
Sucker.
Sucker.
No, I love this class. Although I love the meme going around of the Hall of Fame class.
Oh,
right now.
yes, yes.
It focuses in on Teddy. Must make Ted match.
Play,
But I mean, great tag match.
Right,
yeah.
fucking awesome.
No idea why Angle and DDP are tagging together, but
Dun, 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 dun,
Wait, was this done as an alliance angle? What the fuck? But no, if you give me Vader in this class, I'll be happy as a cow. And
He would too before he dies, I guess. Yeah.
Plus, I saw earlier this week on social media the Rock and Roll Express at a freaking local indie show with a box of Bootios in their hands, like looking at it like,
dude, are we gonna get a Rock and Roll Express New Day WrestleMania hosting?
there needs to be a
segment
promo somewhere in the WrestleMania.
speaking of which,
Gibson's
we
eyes
talked
looking
about
the wrong
they
way.
announced that this week on Raw.
Yeah.
Today, not in a match this year at Mania.
For now.
No,
No, I know.
So hosting WrestleMania, usually something given to The Rock because
Well, I was like, remember when hosting WrestleMania was prestigious? Now it just goes to your middling tag team that's no longer that important.
Hey,
But that gimmick is over.
It's over.
there's no denying the fact that they are over.
Not only are they over,
Good God.
their ice cream is over.
Goddamn Russians trying to steal our ice cream.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, let's get into that because obviously we're going to talk about Raw first. That segment went long.
A little bit.
Also, I don't know how breaking the iPad suddenly makes the ice cream safe.
Well, it was a plain giveaway too because like Lana had her own iPad and like Zen was watching and she's like, "Why does Lana have an iPad?" I'm like, "Wait for it." And then here comes Woods with an iPad and it's like, here comes an ice cream joke."
I also didn't know you could hack an iPad from an iPad.
I don't think you can.
No, you
Science.
Also, breaking it's not going to do anything because everything's going to be on the goddamn cloud.
Everything's in the
cloud!
cloud.
Wasn't this just a really bad episode of Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Kind of.
It
but
did have the dastardly
I love Rocky
heels.
and Bull.
But I do love the nickname that
Not the movie.
no. I saw that one in theaters.
So did I.
Oh,
Oh,
that might be Cubase.
yeah, that's Q-bait. I do love Jinder Mahal's new nickname, Hard Body Mahal.
Hard body Mahal.
Wait a minute. Who was the announcer on air that said, yeah, that nickname is always good for a wrestler?
But that match was...
Yeah.
Eh.
But I mean, that's what New Day is right now. It's the comedy bit.
It's
So-
shtick and that's about it.
Wait till the draft when they're broken up.
No, that'd be terrible. They sell too much merch for them to break them up.
This is very true.
They're kind of thinking now's the time with Big E. It's like shit or get off the pot.
I hate the thinking of that sometimes. Sometimes people can just be longtime great tag teams.
Yeah, but though, I mean, if you think one of the guys has what it takes to be a great money-making main event guy, you kind of have to try, don't you?
I'm not
I don't
saying.
know if I believe that. I could see Big E as a top mid card, but I don't see him as a main event guy.
I'll be completely honest. I agree with you. I just don't see it.
It's kind of like, I mean, it's why the New Day works so well. Is it's a bunch of guys who could be great top flight mid carders.
But how do I put this? How do I approach this subject without offending anybody, but yet speaking how Vince sees things? There's a reason he signed Apollo Crews. There's a reason Big E's there. He really wants a big, buff, African-American main event guy, and will do everything he can to get it.
Because that's worked in the past with
Modib.
Ezekiel Jackson.
Lashley.
Yeah.
Well, it actually kind of worked.
It's working better now.
It's working great right now on TNA. But, so yeah, that's what he wants. And Apollo hadn't worked out. Big E didn't work out the first time, but I guess maybe the thought process is now that this New Day aura is about him, you can try it again.
I mean, he's definitely made himself not boring as rocks like he was when he tried to go solo the first time. Because, I mean, he was great with Ziggler as the bodyguard.
God damn it, 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5.
Yeah.
This is true.
So what they do is will they stick Woods and Kofi as a tag team and just break Big E off as a heel?
Man, if they break it up, just break it up. I'd like to see, because how big is Xavier?
Not big.
He's 205 weight, I think.
Because that,
I think he might be a little too big for 205.
that would suck. Because he'd be a great personality for 205 Live.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that.
I think Xavier's delusional saying Kofi.
Oh no, he's 205. He's billed at 205. So
saying
he
that
could.
Kofi deserves a world title run.
No.
Which, by the way, later on I've got a nice little rant about the "you deserve it" shit.
Yeah, that's getting a little out of hand.
To who?
Oh, no. Trust me. Rant coming. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Rant's incoming.
I would love to see like
Oh,
Kofi
yeah.
Miz type rivalry, but I don't.
Did we see that once for like 5 years?
We did.
I want to see it with their new capabilities.
All right.
I'm also okay. Vince wants an African American champion,
Yes. Badly.
and so we need somebody who's charismatic,
Uh-huh.
really good in the ring,
Yes.
and can put butts in seats.
Yes.
We have that guy.
Who?
His name is Cedric Alexander. Just push him right.
I would agree with you. I think, honestly, he's not as big as the other two.
I was about to say, that doesn't fit Vince McMahon's favorite song.
Which would be
Vince McMahon loves big, sweaty men.
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
I will say, though, of the three men we just talked about, Cedric by far is the best choice.
Yes.
But I don't see it.
I could see him being world champ on SmackDown, but I never see Vince having the balls to make him what he sees as the A-show champ.
When does that fixed? When is that mindset fixed? The whole, you could be the champ on SmackDown but not Raw.
When Vince dies.
Because
Let's say-
right now, the champ on
Yeah.
SmackDown is the prestigious belt for one. And much better champions than this crap show with that red clown title on Raw.
Well, that
the
Red
foot by the
Crown
foot.
title is going to be taken up by two part-timers in
Yeah.
next week.
Oh, by the way, before I know we haven't got to the shows yet, I love Daniel Bryan stripping Naomi because she can't defend the title within 30 days.
Yeah.
When your world title picture is about to be Goldberg and Brock for 6 months.
The only thing I could say about that is that she can't defend it because she's hurt. Whereas they could defend it, they just don't get booked.
That's worse.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
worse.
That's
And that's the
literally
argument
worse.
you could make for them not being able to call in that clause to fit into KFAB.
I know.
mean, you're not hurt, so you could theoretically show it up if you want to, so I'll let you keep the belt.
Yeah.
You little scampy.
You.
That or it's just them going like, fuck you.
I know you're gonna go on a "you deserve it" rant, but one thing I liked from Raw was the thank you chant to Sheamus.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we have the number one contenders tag match between Enzo and Cass and Sheamus and Cesaro.
Crowd turning already, huh?
Yep.
And funny enough,
Enzo was getting booed.
Enzo and Cass win clean. Cesaro getting pinned by Enzo.
Sheamus is out in the ring because he got big booted out. Enzo gets on the mic and is about to spiel something, and then
We got that kryptonite. We got that kryptonite.
and then he turns into a boot to the. Cesaro
bro kick.
face fucked.
Bro kick
Enzo's
to
face
the
with
face.
Yeah.
Stiff.
I appreciated Sheamus so much after that.
And then the crowd started chanting, "Thank you, Sheamus."
Yeah, Corey was completely right when the Enzo and Cass got called up. That
Yeah.
shit got old quick.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Is it wrong that I'm kind of like over like analyzing, be like they need to get Big Cass away from Enzo like now?
No,
like,
we talked about that on the show last
saw
week.
last
Like,
week.
It's already.
Yeah.
We need to break them up.
Oh yeah. If as much as the New Day, you could question if the breakup should happen or not. This is 100%.
You don't need to stain Big Cass with what's coming because
Yeah.
like the crowd is turning on that shit quick.
The thing is, they'll go through the entrance. The entire crowd will, and as soon as that's done, oh wait, you guys have to wrestle. No,
Do you guys remember 2000? The year 2000? Road Dogg and X-Pac teaming up.
Yep.
And they went through the whole intro with Road Dogg anyway. But as soon as that bell rang, nobody could fucking stand either one of them and wanted them off their screen so goddamn quickly.
This is true.
The only thing is when you have that type of shtick, it almost works better when you're a heel. Because when it's a face thing, it just gets so old so quickly.
Then it has. And it has.
Yeah, it has. As a tag team, wave the hand.
Yeah. You know.
Okay, Cass is a solo wrestler.
You guys go too quick with the waving the hand. It needs
No,
rework.
Ziggler got waved.
Yeah, Ziggler.
I unwaved Bray.
I have an unwaved hand, Ginzo and Cass. They just need to do something. They either need to turn him heel and hope that saves it, although I get the feeling Enzo's beginning to get the early stages of X-Pac heat.
Yeah.
So,
Which is not good heat.
yeah, so they may need to watch it.
Waving of the hand needs to be saved for someone who it's been 3 years, they've tried multiple things, and it just does not work.
So Dolph.
Ziggler.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ziggler.
Who gets cheered? Well, he chair shots people.
Yeah.
Kalisto also getting a lot of boos lately.
He has.
I don't know why.
What the fuck did he ever do to deserve getting booed?
I mean, I get that.
It's a lot of work to do that lucha chant, okay?
Did he try to cut a Spanish promo in front of a Fort Lauderdale crowd in 1996?
Maybe.
No, yeah.
That's how movie turned heel.
We can talk about it more on SmackDown, but I think it's mainly just how shit that storyline's been.
I just want to say, fuck you, Roman Reigns, and your little promo with Mick Foley going, when Foley makes a tag match that he can go get a mystery partner, and he goes, I'm too good for that. I can take them both on. Fuck you.
Which
Way to
leads
do
to
it to your tag champs.
Yeah.
Leads to a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Good Brothers.
They're good brothers,
Hey.
man.
In the record books, they got the win.
Yeah, by DQ.
They did. But fuck you, Roman.
I
Going, I
still
don't
think-
need...
I still believe that at this point they are doing some sort of like Machiavellian like twisted shit with Roman Reigns. Like they're doing things they know are gonna piss off everybody.
Well, they're intentionally trolling
yeah,
with this.
they're just like they're trolling maximum.
I mean, that's the only reason you put him at 30 in the Rumble is to get
Right.
the reaction video.
Oh, that's actually, I've had a lot of fun doing that when it'll pop up on my YouTube feed, watching the reaction videos and thinking, okay, at first, obviously, we were just like everybody else, like, what the fuck? But then you're just like, this actually might be genius.
The Rumble was genius. That worked. Because also, they needed you not to shit on Orton winning.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that was to make it be him or Roman.
Yeah.
Which annoys me to the fact that they had to protect Orton winning because, yes, I didn't love Orton winning, but there should be nothing wrong with someone like Randy Orton winning the Rumble. Randy Orton's a goddamn Hall of Famer.
I agree with you.
Now, Corey,
Yes.
as we've already talked about so far on the show, one of your favorite wrestlers of all time, Eddie Guerrero.
Yes.
Your thoughts on the opening segment with Kevin Owens?
I liked it. It was a complete reenactment of one of his promos, only a little differently. As in, the Eddie Guerrero promo was a lot better. Although, having said that, Owens was really good. I'll tell you the one thing that annoyed me about it is he mentioned Jericho. He had me hook, line, and sinker with Jericho's not even on my radar by not mentioning him until the very end, and then he mentioned him. I was like, ah!
You didn't need it.
It was almost perfect.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing that it took to him about to lose the title for them to start pushing him well, right?
You're right? I mean, yeah, because...
But at least it seems like we keep getting those hints dropped consistently for the Triple H faction coming up, which I'm all in. All in about it.
It'll take time to percolate, but once it goes, it's going to go.
They did drop that hint on Monday with
It seems like it's going to be an After Mania type thing. Like, it's a summer thing.
Well, they're doing the Kevin Owens did his little promo, and then he was about to leave, and Mick Foley's like, "No, you have a match with Sami Zayn again." And then, but then Joe attacks.
I love this segment. I loved everything about the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match segment. The beatdown by Samoa Joe is absolutely perfect, including the "put my name in your mouth again."
Yeah.
This is what happens.
No, I mean, it almost makes me worried when I'm going to say this. Like, I can't believe how well they have booked Joe since coming to the main roster.
Well, how involved do you think Triple H is involved?
Very.
Very.
Like, I think that's why.
Which leads me to, how are they going to fuck this up within a month?
Yeah.
That's,
Well,
it always
they
happens.
were going to because he was obviously going to eat the pin to Rollins before Rollins got hurt.
Right?
So I don't think he eats a pin to Sammy.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
But the question is, what is he doing at Mania?
There's a lot of
Is
questions
he
there.
backing up? Is he just going to be ringside enforcement for H against Rollins?
Yeah. I think, honestly, I think that's the best spot for him because it's high profile.
True. I mean,
And
you're
we're to the point with this roster, it's so loaded that you can't always automatically shoehorn everybody into the wrestling.
I kind of hate how they're trying to force everyone into Mania. Because, one, WrestleMania is supposed to be the best of the best are on my television. I don't need everyone thrown in there. It should be the best storylines make Mania.
But that's just also, it's Vince going, all right, you work here. We're trying to get you on the card somehow.
They all deserve a payday.
I hate that it involves a payday.
You just watch the old WrestleManias where they have 14 matches just to get everybody on the card.
I've been watching all the WrestleManias, and there's been like 3 of them that have had 14 plus matches on there, and they're all, half of them are 3 minutes long.
Oh, yeah. And it's just to get the guys a payday.
Yeah.
I hate that being on pay-per-views is still needed to get a payday. These guys should just get yearly contracts.
They do.
They do.
But it's bonuses for being on the big shows.
I don't think that should be tied in when it's... I mean, first of all, it's fake. So being on the big show shouldn't be tied into your payment.
Still real to us, Tim.
That's an interesting,
No. Yeah, but
it's
look
an
at
interesting outlook.
look at Jack Swagger. Elimination Chamber. He's the only guy that wasn't on the pay-per-view.
Everyone gets a payday.
Everybody gets a
you,
payday
asshole.
but him.
Oh, they forgot one more guy. I didn't see Kane on that paper.
He's hurt.
Oh, is he?
He's
Yeah.
hurt.
Okay.
That's why he was at the Rumble.
Then yeah, Jack Swagger, man.
Fuck
Shit.
you, buddy. You and your fucking bodysuit.
Have him come on for the fucking pre-show panel, if anything, just to get him on TV.
But
Just to get that last.
I
match in
agree
there.
that not everybody needs to be on Mania, and I agree. And I will say that as good as Joe is, in a match should be cool, but more people will remember him being in Triple H's corner or doing something like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it continues to really drive home the fact that he's the assassin guy that Triple H is. Assassin, like that's a huge push for.
How did they
someone.
never think of doing that before with the authority role? I mean, it's
I don't
perfect
know.
for him now.
He's the destroyer.
The
I mean, to be
cerebral
honest-
assassin's assassin.
I mean, to be honest, who would you have given that type of shtick to? It fits Samoa Joe so well.
True.
This is very true. The other part of that segment that I really loved was actually Owens' role in that segment. He looked more driven and focused and brutal in that.
They're giving
1
him
minute.
something to do now.
2 weeks too soon, you know?
It's like 6-month title reign where he did nothing but act like a pussy and act like a second to Jericho's like shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
He did nothing that Kevin Owens is known for, and now they're finally giving him something to sink his teeth into, and it's too late.
They botched his character. They went against his character type.
I was afraid they would do that when they gave him the belt.
I mean, and you can look back at a lot of First People's championship reigns, though, doesn't because one, you're dealing with different writers when you get pushed to that type of spot.
Yeah.
It's true.
So hopefully it kind of evens out, and it also seems like he's getting this type of push because he's going to be involved with Triple H's faction, which probably means Triple H is more involved.
This is true.
Like Vince micromanages the main event world title program like
Yeah.
fierce. So
And for some reason, Vince hates having a strong heel right now. Like he will not push a
no,
strong
he always
heel.
has. I mean, he hates having strong heels. That company's based on babyface champion fighting off bad guys, which is ass backwards to every other company that ever existed in wrestling.
It worked for Hogan 20 plus years ago.
But that's just because he had to post.
But they did it with Bruno, Bob, Hogan, Brett, Austin, Rock, Cena.
Yep.
I mean, it's always been the babyface dominant guy that the heels got a real quickie title run and then had to go chase.
Where if you ever went to any other promotion,
The money is in the babyface chasing. Mm-hmm. But go figure, they're the one that survived and made billions of dollars.
and now everybody's kind of trying to go with what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
And some of it was because, though, they had the tweener gods. Like, Austin was a tweener, so it worked better. Rock turned into a tweener, so it worked better.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H was, I mean, yeah, he buried people, but there's no denying that Triple H is a goddamn great wrestler.
in all fairness, the one time they did have a heel go on a long run with the belt, Triple H, business went in the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe Vince knows what he's talking about.
Speaking of people who they completely botch their character as soon as they give them a title, let's talk about the Raw Women's Division.
Oh, God.
Ugh,
And that Bailey segment.
please
It
no.
was terrible.
They didn't cut that on the Hulu, did they?
Unfortunately, no.
They did so well the week prior. It looked like she was finally back.
So the problem here is, okay,
That Stephanie had to, like, bust someone else's balls on the roster?
Stephanie comes out during this whole thing. Is like, okay, your entire character is that you're above everything and you always do the right thing. Therefore, because there's shenanigans involved, you should give up the title. Well, yeah, actually, that is her character. That's 100% right.
That's exactly what she should have done.
Then Sasha comes out.
Ugh.
I thought for sure they were going to do a heel turn here.
No, instead she plays the good angel on the left shoulder compared to the
Right?
bad angel on the right shoulder.
I was actually hoping for the heel turn because I did
Is
not dig Sasha as the voice of positive wisdom.
But is it possible that it's a fake wisdom? Like, is this just the start? Like, she's just, like, giving Bailey... Like, she's trying to trick Bailey into doing stupid shit so she can take advantage
Well,
of Bailey
isn't that
later.
what... That's even... Steph's pointed out all of these things during the promo. Oh, you just want her to be the champion because
That's
you
true.
know you can beat her
Yeah, Stephanie's been
instead
plotting
of
holes in
Charlotte. Oh, you can't fight your own battles, Bailey. You have to have Sasha come out and do it for you.
And
Or do you just see Bailey as a charity case, Sasha? What the fuck? You're putting out all the plot holes.
So Bailey, they're doing that back and forth of, what will she, won't she drop the title. And this is the one thing I most hated about this promo. I did not like the entire thing. But it's when Sasha goes, "Who the hell do you think you are?" to Stephanie. At that point, I would have had Stephanie go like, "Who the hell do you think, who are you? You know who I am? I can fire you like that. I'm your boss."
But she's done that in the past too. Like she's had that reaction to people in the past. It was a weird moment.
But yeah, Sasha goes, "Who do you think you are?" And Steph just goes like, "Huh, funny."
Isn't that what leads to Charlotte coming out?
Yes.
Are they building Sasha versus Steph?
They have been.
They've been hinting at it off and on for like a month and a half now. They'll hint it, then do nothing for a couple of weeks, then hint it and do nothing for a couple of weeks.
Because that was a match that was a possibility for Mania.
Sasha and Steph is the Miz and Daniel Bryan of fucking Raw.
Maybe they're going ultra slow because they're waiting until SummerSlam or maybe a Raw only show. I don't know, but they're definitely hinting at it.
But yeah, it was just I just didn't like the fact they made Steph look weak on that point of who the hell do you think you are? I'm your fucking boss.
I actually like it because it's like I can see from a point of view where she's so taken aback at this stupid bitch saying it to her that she's like, wait, what?
But like 20 people have said it to her, and then she goes like, "Who the hell do you think you are?"
I think they made everybody look bad in that.
Yeah.
There was nobody that came out of that looking good.
No.
It's weird. No matter what, when they put them in the ring, the women continue to have great matches. Besides the one misstep with Bailey and Charlotte.
Well, even
the
Charlotte Sasha Banks match we get out of this promo is a perfectly fine match.
But the promos for the past month, no one's looked good. Charlotte's been given really crap, and it's not. I don't even blame the performers. They're being given shit stuff to try to perform.
Well, I'll blame Bailey in as much as she hasn't impressed me at all since the call-up.
I'm gonna come back to this. When Sasha and Charlotte got called up, neither were good.
It took about 6 months. Yeah, so Bailey's not there yet.
It took almost a year.
True for Charlotte.
Because a little over a year ago, we were saying Charlotte was by and far the worst of the four horsewomen.
That's true.
And now she's untouchable and on her way to, if she can continue this type of slope, potentially being the greatest women's wrestler of the modern era. Let's go there. Modern era.
That's a good place to put that.
Because I mean, obviously you can never touch Moolah and all that stuff. But.
So we got to give that's a fair point. You got to give Bailey a little bit more time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the rest of them have been. I mean, Sasha has been booked like absolute shit.
Since they've stopped doing the Charlotte-Sasha feud, it's been rough.
It has.
I don't even think the feud helped her. All it proved was that she chokes in the big moments.
See, I didn't see it as she chokes because I've actually liked the way they've swapped titles because I think it's helped build that these three women are very equal, but Charlotte hits a different level when it's at a pay-per-view. That's what I take away from it. That Charlotte at a pay-per-view is just another level to every other woman.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I think that would be a great shtick to know, because I think they're keeping that shtick now that they've blown Bailey's first title reign. Which is what I hate, that they blew her first title reign. But
congratulations, Charlotte, you're winning in Fastlane.
Yeah.
Two more things I want to touch on Raw before we move on. First, the Cruiserweight contract signing segment.
I liked it.
I actually kind of dug the hell.
That might be my favorite thing from Raw, and I liked a lot of stuff on Raw.
Mm-hmm. It worked really well. Neville calling out Gallagher for being a caricature.
The only thing weird is that they did this so early. I guess it's for Fastlane. Never mind.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks away. But Gallagher saying that this is actually who he is and sticking up for himself. Absolutely love the segment.
And then the umbrella to the throat.
Yeah. Oh, that was freaking brilliant.
I know you were worried when they first announced this. You're like, oh, Gallagher's just the monster of the week type thing. Mm-hmm. I think he's done well enough that he got beyond it. He's shown himself that he is main event talent. Even though he's eating the loss, he's shown he belongs at that level.
To me, outside of Neville, he's by far the most over member of the 205.
Oh, they're the top two.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said last week, he's the only 205 guy that was in the Royal Rumble, so
and what's awkward is they could call over a lot of the UK talent, and suddenly the Cruiserweight division just is the UK brand.
Right, pretty much. The last thing, of course, we want to get to from Raw is the main event. Braun Strowman versus Big Show.
I liked it. It was different.
Oh my goodness. The chain wrestling in the first couple minutes? Didn't see that coming.
I called the kip up. I called it.
Even then, to see it on television,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the dude did like a perfect drop kick.
Yeah.
He is insane.
Like a Randy Orton type level drop kick.
Yeah.
This is, again, Braun's the future. Absolutely. Now,
It's Vince's side, bitch.
the later couple of minutes do have some problems, but hell, they worked their way through it, I think, as well as you could possibly hope.
Oh, I think
It
so.
was a really good big man match. It was the best Big Show's looked in a long time.
Yeah, it got the crowd. When they got onto the top of the apron on the turnbuckle, the crowd stood up because they thought it was going to be a superplex or something.
They thought there was going to be the implosion spot.
I was like, fuck, they're doing the implosion spot.
I'm glad
That's
they
why
did it.
it was main event.
Oh my God, we've never seen this happen. Fuck off, you've seen it twice.
Twice in 10 years. Come
But
on, man.
I was absolutely a big fan of this match.
I mean, it continues to show, just don't have Big Show work big schedules. He's so good when he works the soft schedules. He just can't stay in shape.
And
when
let's-
he's on
also,
the road.
this shape, I mean, it's just...
Let's be honest here. 45-year-old, 7
At
foot.
his size.
Does he not deserve the fucking legend role?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he not deserve to have the soft
He
schedule?
deserves the part-time role more than pretty much anybody else who's currently on a part-time role.
It worked so well because when we saw the house show against Kevin Owens, that was great.
It was a good match.
Very good match.
Everything he's done since coming back has been great.
And he was over as shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
was.
was.
People are realizing now. I was like, this is the legend pop. This is the, oh god, we're gonna get to see Big Show. How cool is that? Who thought that was gonna happen fucking 10 years ago?
Well, in the
Not Ty.
This is the thing, we see this whenever, we talked about this a little bit when we did the No So podcast after the old house show. Every now and then, you get a wrestler that you see at a show, you always get up for because you don't know if it's the last time you'll see him. I think we feel that way usually when we see Goldust.
Yeah.
Or and then Big Show is exactly the same way. You don't know how many more times we're going to get a chance to see him. I'll appreciate every time I get to see him.
And we saw him twice that weekend.
Even if it was getting F5'd by Brock Lesnar, but hell, that was still
I mean, if
impressive. to see.
anything, it's always impressive when Brock just put. I mean, although what Braun did to Big Show, Jesus Christ.
When they do the botch in the corner and Big Show's sliding out, Braun fucking a sandbagged Big Show, even with the weight down, still was able to get him up for that power slam. That was fucking impressive.
And yet, Braun has nothing for Mania.
Can I? Well,
You wanted to go on a rant, right?
He's got a certain battle royal plan for me.
You wanted heat for this one.
Oh yeah, I thought everyone else was overrating it. I didn't like it as much as everyone else. I thought the first 2 minutes was really different for a big man match. I thought the rest of it was perfectly good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good main event. I was impressed by both of them. I just didn't think it was this blow away awesome, oh my god match that everyone else did.
I think people were just blown away the fact that it was, something a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But watching it, and then here comes fucking Roman Reigns. Seriously, Zen was like, why can't they just do a Braun match that doesn't involve
He's going to
Roman?
build up that match for Fastlane.
They built it up plenty enough that it's Roman, Superman punching him twice, Braun doesn't go down, Braun takes advantage.
Mm-hmm. I'm so legitimately worried for that Fastlane match. I understand people are shitting on what the main event will be. I'm way more worried about Braun versus Roman than anything.
Really?
I think it's going to be a good match.
I think it's going to be Taker showing up and fucking the match over some way.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
But I'm still afraid in some way, shape, or form they're going to kill some of this heat by giving Roman a big push by putting down Braun.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious Roman's winning because he's got to look extra strong going against Taker.
And that's what I'm worried. It's just, that's so shit.
I would love for them to fool all of us and have fucking Braun win clean, which I think is the correct call.
Oh, it's 100% the correct call.
You're right, I don't see him doing it. I think the match itself will be really good until whatever shenanigans are going to end it happen.
I'm hoping Taker shows up. And that's neither man needs the pin and just Taker shows up and something happens.
I'd like to ask you a quick question here, Ricky. The thought that you were going to say that exact sentence in 2017, that you hope Taker would show up.
Because I don't want to see Braun eat a pin to fucking Roman.
I got an idea. What if Undertaker shows up just enough to distract Roman, Braun wins?
Yeah.
But it doesn't destroy Roman because he was distracted by his
Like the
main
lights go,
opponent.
and it could just be a simple dong and the lights go off and come back up, power slam.
Because
over.
I told Rick the same idea. I wish Taker was there because lights go out, Taker shows up. Who is Taker there for? That sets up the Mania match between whoever Taker's facing.
I I know it won't happen. I 100% agree with Corey that I think Braun is winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which unfortunately I think is going to be a pre-show match this year. It doesn't seem like, which is just shitty place to stick Braun. But I kind of want Braun to backdoor into the Roman Taker match. Because it'd be way more interesting.
I think Braun deserves better. And to be perfectly honest, I know what they're going for. I know Vince has a hard-on for making Roman legit, beating Taker at Mania. In his idea, will do it, although it'll just piss off everybody in attendance.
Yeah.
However, I think the proper way to go this year, because it's clear Taker cannot keep going, is to have Braun kill him at Mania.
Retire.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
That's done. Braun just kills him.
And what does that do
It's
to Braun's
done.
status?
Exactly.
Oh, but I know 100% what they're doing. I'm sure you've already thought about this. But Roman gets the win, and then
Yep.
it's the two people who have beat Taker at Mania. Oh,
Yeah. Yep. Because you know when Brock wins the title at Mania, which is what's going to happen, he's scheduled to hold it till SummerSlam. You know fucking damn well who's going to beat Brock for that title at SummerSlam, right?
Yeah.
The guy who's going to get the win he was supposed to get at WrestleMania 31, when it should be fucking Braun destroying Brock as well,
Yeah.
and being the champ.
Oh, God.
What if we're wrong about this and it is actually Braun? They're actually going to do it the right
We'll
way.
be amazed, but there's no way.
Are you kidding me? This is Roman Reigns. Vince, at this point, it's petulant. At this point, he's like, fuck you, you denied him. Now he's forever going to go over because you went against what I wanted.
But
Fuck you.
Think about the face push that could get someone. I mean, obviously, he'll be a heel, but it'll be a face push for that person to be the person to take the title off Roman.
So, before we get to SmackDown, we need to talk about what happened after Raw.
Oh, hold on. I want to make a call real quick.
Yeah.
So,
Rock comes down, cuts a promo for something.
Rock's still
Make it
filming
movie.
his movie about
Paige.
Paige.
Sure, we was talking about that, and then a CM Punk chant breaks out.
So he calls him.
So he calls him.
So he goes, "Oh, I'll call him."
I love the fact that one of the guys Punk bitches about the most, about having to lose the title to Rock, killed his passion. And that's the one guy that's got his phone number and says, yeah, I'll call Punk. Hey, Punk, what's up?
yeah,
Well,
Punk
he-
just happened to be out walking his dog, was able to answer.
Let's be honest. Are you really not going to have The Rock's number in your phone? How many avenues can The Rock open up in your career?
If there was a stubborn douchebag son of a bitch who I would think would get rid of his number, it would be Punk.
What if the real reason Punk didn't answer is because there was an unlisted number in his phone? He doesn't answer unlisted numbers.
He texts back up.
Who dis?
New phone? But this segment pissed off Vince and H.
Oh, yeah, what a surprise.
little
They're
bit.
pissed off that they called Punk.
Well, they're still in a lawsuit. That's why.
Yeah,
Well, there's still all the doctor stuff.
Yeah, that's the
this
lawsuit.
is still the lawsuit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's been a lot of people happy about that, but what are you going to do?
Well, apparently they sent someone down to ringside to tell Rock
referee.
to stop.
A
and
ref to
Rock was
stop
like,
it.
I am The Rock.
Let's say, what are you going to do to The Rock right now if you're...
Did you watch any of the video from the crowd of the match they filmed?
No.
I will tell you this much. They got a former TNA knockout, Thea Trinidad, who's
Austin
also
Aries'
Austin Aries' girlfriend,
Girlfriend, yeah.
to play AJ in the movie. Fuck, she nailed it. I mean,
really?
the mannerisms, the way she skipped to the ring, the way she held the belt, the cadence of the promo. I mean, my God.
Why are they
She
making a
fucking
Paige
nailed
movie?
it.
Her family's insane.
Her family's an interesting story.
Oh, okay.
Also, it's going to lead to, they announced who was going to play Jake. And I can't remember who. Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Vince
Vaughn.
Vaughn's in the movie, yeah.
He's going to be Jake Roberts.
That's interesting.
If they haven't officially announced it, but everything
How
was
does
No,
Jake
Vince Vaughn
Roberts
yeah,
lead
is
into...
official.
How does Jake Roberts feed into that family?
Trainer.
He stayed there. He
That-
lived
did
with
he?
them.
He lived with DDP and helped train him.
Yeah.
He fuck.
Because Jake went through some hard times.
Oh yeah.
Really?
And this family did not help.
I'm just guessing. When did Jake spend like a year in fucking northern England, living in the house of this wrestling family?
What's going on with Paige right now?
She's nuts, and she's dating a man who's going through a midlife crisis.
Engaged. Engaged.
That she proposed to. But like,
To a man who won't get signed by TNA.
is she healthy?
No.
First of all, how fucked up do you have to look in the eyes of everybody around you when TNA passes on you?
Guys, it's not TNA anymore.
When
Impact.
Impact Wrestling decides, no, we're not going to go there.
No.
When Bird Wrestling won't sign.
No, Paige has a neck injury, and it's the basically Tyson Kidd syndrome.
Okay, so she'll legitimately never be back.
Probably.
Well,
Well, I think they think there's a chance, but
Hers isn't as bad as kids.
It's still, it's going to be a while, if any.
yeah.
I did enjoy Paige versus AJ.
Oh, yeah. That night after WrestleMania?
And that's what they filmed.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh,
point.
that's what they were filming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were recreating that moment.
Who's playing AJ?
It's a Hollywood actress.
Yeah.
But
Oh, no,
not
AJ.
to
No,
play
no.
AJ.
No, yeah, I just told
Paige
you.
is the Hollywood
Yeah,
actress.
Paige is the Hollywood. AJ was
Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
Austin Aries is
Who's a free agent, you know? Hey, WWE.
Also,
She jobbed once on NXT last year.
fine. Austin Aries, you're doing well for yourself. sir.
Right.
But before we talk about more of Austin Aries on 205 Live.
Well, did you see AJ Lee commenting on it?
No.
She's like, damn, that's the hottest I've ever looked.
She seems like she's evened out a little bit since
Yeah.
leaving wrestling.
Well, she wrote a book. It probably helped her out.
Well, she has bipolarism, doesn't she?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go to SmackDown, which seemed to
You deserve it.
seemed to give us quite a bit of stuff to talk about this week. Fortunately, it's the only show I didn't watch this week.
Why is Naomi so over?
So we opened the show with Daniel Bryan bringing out Naomi, and Daniel Bryan has the puppy dog look. And Naomi's coming out with the title, but she's in jeans and has a knee brace on, which last week they promoted. It's going to be a women's title match between Alexa Bliss and Naomi. Daniel Bryan drops the bombshell that Naomi will not be able to defend her title for 30 days, so she has to give up the title.
How hurt is she actually?
She's hurt.
How
legit.
hurt?
Torn.
It's-
she has something torn.
Yeah.
So it's like months she's going to be on the
Well,
show.
no,
Month or
it's
two.
one of those where it's like, it could be months or it could be with a good...
Mr. Kennedy segment there. You know, the whole
okay.
who knows.
So, Vacant, now the women's champion.
And then the best promo in the women's division in the WWE right now comes down.
Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
She is...
But she deserved it, Corey, right?
Her Naomi? Fuck that. I am so sick and tired. Here's the rant.
That's why I was setting
I
you
know
up.
you were. I know you were. I was going to go to the end of SmackDown, but
No, fuck it.
these fans, you deserve it. First of all, it's a fucking business. They're employees. I don't know about you. I didn't go to work today, and as soon as I clocked in, no one started chanting, "You deserve it."
Oh,
Wait,
really?
they did it at your job?
No.
Also, how long has she actually been with the company?
A while.
6 or so years.
But it's not like she's a 15-year veteran who never held a
No,
strap.
but she, I would say she said it took them 9 months to let her do the Feel the Glow thing.
Which is fun, but it's going to get real boring real quick and already is starting to.
It's basically...
Yawn. That's how bad.
Yeah, it's beyond.
it's everybody...
It was your
Nowadays,
character before the Feel of the Glow.
nowadays
Cheerleader.
like in wrestling especially, but it's happening everywhere, really, if you look around. It's if you show up and you're just there, eventually you deserve to have the whatever it is, whether it's a championship in wrestling or a big raise at work or a promotion you don't. You just been there, so you deserve it. That's how it is everywhere these days. And it's permeating my TV screen, and I fucking hate it.
It's like
Just because you've
Wait,
been
are we
there,
getting into millennial participation
yes, it
trophy?
does not mean you deserve a title.
like
you know
Bray
what?
Wyatt.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt, what the fuck? You deserve it?
Yeah, that was weird.
Dude's been up for 3 years. It's not like he's... I mean, you want to be honest here? It's going to jump the shark this Sunday when Goldberg gets You Deserve It chant when he wins that belt.
Fucking A!
I'm calling it now.
I mean, hasn't it kind of already jumped the shark?
But it's going to completely jump it there.
Jumping the shark, it's the "You deserve it" and "Welcome back" chants. When some people get welcome back and they're not even part of the company.
Remember that You Still Got It?
Oh, yeah.
But here's where it's going to go, okay? There are a couple of occasions in the wrestling I can think of where the You Deserve It chants
We're really needed.
Yeah. Let's see.
WrestleMania 20?
Yeah, a lifetime of hard work for Benoit Guerrero. That you deserve it. Okay, I give you that.
Excuse me, that's not.
Sorry, Stevie Richards.
Thank you.
Richards.
Thank you.
AJ last year.
Yeah.
After 18 years of busting his ass to get there. That fit. Okay? Naomi just being on the roster.
You know, I got "You Deserve It" once when I got
She's been with the company 6 years, but she's been a legit wrestler for
2.5.
2.5, 3.
Yeah.
I got a you deserve it when I got a hot dog the other day at Costco.
I mean, you did deserve that hot dog.
Thank you.
That was a
Hard
good
all
hot
day.
I really did. Thank you.
So
I did feel bad for Naomi though.
Oh, I did
I mean,
too.
she gets to
But
the point she gets her title and gets hurt again. I mean, that's rough. That sucks.
That
I
does
mean,
suck, and I hope I hope it's not serious.
I didn't think she deserved the title. I mean, she's the 6th best person on a 7-person roster right now for the SmackDown women, but I was gonna give her a chance. I wanted to see how it went,
Yeah,
so I feel bad that she lost it.
totally.
I texted Zen and she's like, really? I'm like, yep, already.
So she's not going to be the champion.
Nope.
Bliss, you said Bliss comes down,
Yep.
cuts her awesome promo.
Demands the belt.
Does she get the belt?
No.
So obviously we're going to have a match.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan's a douchebag.
So, okay, who's the deserving person to go up for the title against Alexa Bliss?
Carmella.
Nikki Bella.
Becky Lynch.
Carmella.
Wait, didn't she lose to Mickey James last week?
Yes.
So wouldn't Mickey James make more sense?
No.
I mean, technically, Becky beat her the night before, so
Let's look at it this way. First of all, Mickey and Alexa are storyline.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make
Partners.
sense. Nikki Bella arguably deserved it storyline wise, but she's already booked in the match with Natalia.
Oh my god.
that
But
was this week. Oh Jesus!
it makes sense. Think of it this way. This kind of makes sense. You've only had 2 SmackDown Women's Champions.
Might as well have them.
Why not have those 2 fight to be the champ again?
I like it. Okay. So they have a match for the women's title.
Yep.
How was it?
It was alright.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, as golden as Alexa is on the mic, she's average. She's gotten to average in the ring. Because she was below average when she got to SmackDown, so she's improving. I won't take that away from her. She's already to an average wrestler. So,
But it doesn't help that her only competition is Becky Lynch.
and Becky's getting stale to me in the ring. She's become the same spot person, and it's. I mean,
That's
I get
because she's the only baby face
Top talent
skilled
to have.
top
Yeah.
talent on that roster. I mean, they really.
They screwed SmackDown, as we've
I mean, yeah,
said
they
plenty of
top loaded
times.
Raw. I mean, because she's
Well, but
injured, but
even-
even Paige was on Raw.
I mean, well, yeah, but Raw doesn't have any depth, so you can say that it's not like.
I will say this: in ring, Raw's women division is better. In terms of how everybody in the roster is used, SmackDown's women roster is way better.
See, it's hard for me to buy that.
They utilize everybody. You may not like what they're all doing, but they all are doing something.
They're all getting their payday.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't. But I don't have to like that then, because Nikki and Natalia, outside of their one pay-per-view match, has been cringeworthy, and I don't want
Oh,
to
you
watch it.
didn't enjoy this match on SmackDown?
No!
The setup again?
Their promos were so bad leading up to their match, I turned the channel.
I muted it.
It's been pretty bad.
And then, I don't know what the fuck the Carmella thing is. So
Stand
basically,
Iron
Needs to
Princess.
die quickly.
basically, it's 4 women on each side that have been interesting at all. So hopefully they can fix. They need to, as much as it sucks, because NXT just finally got the women's division equaled out again. It might be time for some more women call-ups. Because I think Billie Kay and Peyton Royce would be gold on SmackDown.
With that quasi-Leslie affair.
It would work. I think it
teammate.
would work because it sounds like Nikki's leaving,
Yeah, Nikki's taking down.
Part time.
and I don't want a more prominent role for Carmella right now.
Yeah, there's always Tamina.
Who's
Oh yeah,
coming
Tamina's
back.
going to SmackDown, so...
As a baby face.
Well, her father just died, even though he was a murderer. So, that's...
But anyways, we now have our first 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion.
My girl, Miss Bliss.
It is Alexa Bliss.
Our girl.
That's right, my bad.
So we have that going for us,
Is it weird?
which is nice.
She's by far, with some of the immense talent that got called up in that draft, she has been the best NXT
Oh, yeah.
call-up.
She's been the best.
I don't know.
She's been better than Alpha. She's been better than Balor.
Speaking of Alpha,
I mean, it's not Balor's fault. Well, we can talk about Balor. Some news came down about him this week.
Yeah.
oh, well,
You
we'll
can
get to
buy
that when we talk about the
you
other-
can
yeah.
buy his leather jacket on
How
WWEshop.com.
much is that?
$130.
That's not as bad as I thought it'd be.
It's a leather jacket that says Ballad Club on the back.
And I mean, leather jackets are expensive in general, so it's actually
Yeah.
not that bad.
But we got American Alpha versus Rizongo.
Squash.
That happened.
Or can't we just get to Mania where Alpha takes on the Broken Hardys? Can't we just get to there?
I would say the Usos come out and do. I really like the promo.
Dude,
I thought the Uso promo was good.
I couldn't understand it sometimes, but I liked it.
Can we, as well as SmackDown has booked their main event, and as much as I'm not loving the Ambrose run, they've done pretty well with the IC title. And the women's title has been booked very well. They have done jack shit all with the SmackDown tag titles.
Yeah, they haven't, because it's a tag tournament almost every week. It's an 16-man tag, elimination tag match.
You know what I think happened? They obviously had plans for Alpha and the Usos to be the feud.
And then the Usos got hurt.
Usos got hurt, things were derailed, and now they're at a point where that's still the feud, but they're afraid to go full out with it because after that feud,
you got nothing.
There's nothing else
for
either team or the division.
You refuse to build anyone up. Oh, Corey, you weren't here for when Joe and I made the admittance that we are now Ascension fans?
No idea why.
We don't know why.
Still don't know why.
Still don't know why.
Because
maybe it's because myself rooting for the Ascension.
Maybe it's because they've been built halfway decent the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
I was pretty sad they weren't on my screen this week.
Yeah.
It's like, you got Breezango getting the early beatdown and then nothing.
To be honest with you, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Elimination Chamber, I was kind of rooting for Ascension to win that match.
Yeah.
I was like, then when they wrestled them the next time on SmackDown, you're like, go Ascension?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Alpha of America. I knew you'd come.
By the way, that's not happening.
I think it will happen, actually. I think I think it's a, what do you call it? A vengeful signing. It's not one Vince really wants. I don't think Vince wants the Hardys. Vince just doesn't want Ring of Honor and the Indies to have the Hardys.
This is a very good point.
If they do sign them, they're going to Raw. You know that, right? They're not ending up on SmackDown.
I can see them going to SmackDown.
See, not when it's... Well, I guess if it's just a vengeful signing and Vince is just a stupid
And
prick.
we talked about it off air. Matt Hardy's having another baby. That's guaranteed. Yeah, that's guaranteed money.
Yeah, it's they can make a ton of money in the Indies, but you make guaranteed money in the WWE.
And that's why they're closing the store, people. They're not closing it because they're going to the E. It's because Rebby did all of the work for the Matt Hardy store.
I don't think they're going to the E just because that store's shutting down. I just think it's been talked about for a couple months that they could want him for that reason. And I'm making it perfectly clear. It is I just don't want them to have him, so sign him. But they've done it before with guys, like Rob Van Dam.
They would have to throw a ton of money at him, though, because they're making a good amount of money on the Indies.
And they probably do. If it's happening. But we're not 100% sure if it is.
I'm not predicting.
We're not predicting.
I'm just saying,
no.
I think it'll happen.
Their contract hasn't ended, but you know whose contract just ended and he announced he's not resigning with TNA?
Drew Galloway. I wish he would come back.
No chance, though.
No, he's very busy on the Indies. He has made... of all the guys they got rid of, that's the one glaring mistake. That's the one guy that went out and proved to them, wow, you really fucked up here.
But he proved them. It wasn't like when they released him that it was like, oh no, Drew Galloway, what the fuck are you doing? It was, Drew Galloway, whatever.
Yeah.
At that time, yeah.
Back to SmackDown. Falls Count Anywhere match. Natalia and Bella Sala.
The less said about this, the better.
It just sets up, for another reason, sets up Miz and Maurice versus
Could they
Cena.
not have just grabbed that segment they're planning and just hit you in the face with it all night long?
Oh, and by the way, if Maurice's strikes with that lead pipe are any indication, that's going to be a hell of a match at Mania.
Of course, they do a backstage segment when the fight goes backstage, and there's Maurice, and she tries to run out of the way, and Nikki gets thrown right into her. Oh my God! It's just like red flag, huh? Red light, bump, bump, bump,
I
bump,
think the kid is turning.
Yeah.
You know what annoys me is how much the internet's like, yeah, I've kind of liked the build. It's like, fuck you.
No.
It's been terrible.
I never thought I'd say this, but
I feel bad for John.
yeah, it's like John Cena at WrestleMania deserves far better than this.
It's 100% Nikki's like, oh, John, we're doing this.
Yeah, right.
This is Hogan at 9 teaming up with Beefcake.
Right.
Really?
It's like, really, what the fuck is this?
Oh no! I'm hoping beyond hope that this is just Nikki goes heel at the last second at Mania and says no.
Then she does John stories.
Yes.
John has a small penis, but you didn't hear that from me.
disbelieving that this is all a Bella's storyline where John's proposing after the match, by the way.
I don't think he's proposing, but I think this entire setup is for that show, and that'll be chronicled on it. I would be shocked if he actually did something like that on this show. Are you kidding me? I just don't see that.
It would be your macho Miss Elizabeth moment.
They were at least already married,
This is
and
true.
this is a Mr. John Cena who's vocal about not ever wanting to be married again.
I love hearing that that Macho and Elizabeth during this storyline, Macho got a divorce from her
Yeah.
to keep storyline going.
Yeah.
He divorced her, so when people go, "Oh, it's just storyline," no. He legit divorced her, and then they remarried.
Because Macho was that goddamn crazy. Well, was that goddamn crazy.
So, speaking of John, he was in the main event. The Battle Royal to find out who was going to take on Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. You had John, AJ, Miz, Harper, Corbin, Ziggler.
That was it.
Cruz,
No, that was it.
Yeah.
Mojo, Kalisto,
they
and
weren't there.
Dean
I
Ambrose.
just want to say
They
one
weren't
thing.
there.
So the 10-man, which is less than the 11-man Raw one we saw in the Monday Night War stories.
Available on SoundCloud, iTunes,
What a
YouTube, and
weird- What a
WrestleEntertainment.com.
weird number to have.
Yeah, Raw did an 11-man. It was weird.
And it was stupid.
It was stupid shit.
And it actually led to nothing.
Anybody gonna take a look? I mean, look at that 10 men you just listed. Are you guys still gonna tell me they don't need to maybe distribute the talent a little fairer between the two brands?
A little bit. But I like the idea that they did their own promos.
That was cool.
But Dolph Ziggler super kicking the green screen.
Oh man,
What was that?
But Cena didn't get a promo.
well, it's
Like,
Cena.
A lot of people didn't do the promos. Like the people that didn't need to belong in that match got all the promos.
Also, if you don't have the talent, don't do this type of match. How about?
Or
Have
don't
Dolph
recreate
Ziggler,
the end of 95.
and have Dolph Ziggler kick a green screen
Oh,
to
by the
show
way,
another green screen.
Hit in the face more because Cena eliminated Miz.
Of course you did.
And then Miz looking so upset, which you knew was gonna. You knew what was happening. He was gonna jump back in and throw Cena over, which
I
shocker.
feel like I've seen that before at a
Right?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Like all of them.
Well, mostly Miz helping to eliminate Cena.
Is this like the
Wait, where were they,
okay?
right?
Yeah.
It's an April!
We're gonna do a mulligan on your guys' 27 match, but we're gonna include two women this time.
Your wives,
We're going to include someone who hasn't been wrestling for a long time, and then someone whose neck could snap at any moment.
So it'll be right about equal to Mrs. Concussion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So the Rock's
they're
gonna
not
be
doing
involved
it
in this
wrong.
one?
When does The Rock get
Maybe.
involved?
Maybe. It won't be The Rock, No, it'll be The Rock.
It'll be the Rock.
It'll be The Rock.
So let's talk about the end.
I saw the Marine 5.
Corey, I think the first thing you talked about when you came in the door today was the end of this match.
Who thought it would be a good idea to recreate the Bret Hart, Lex Luger, or John Cena, Batista, or Hulk Hogan, Triple H, or John Cena, Triple H? They've done it a lot of times. But who thought it would be a good idea to recreate that spot with the guys who are like a foot apart in height?
Yeah!
Well, it seems that the big thing that happened was that Harper hit the ring apron when he probably wasn't supposed to.
Yeah. I will say this time, this was a lot harder of a spot to pull off than the other ones where they just had to go over together.
Yeah.
Well,
This
they
was a
tried to
difficult
suplex.
spot.
They tried to do a suplex or DDT type thing off the apron stair spot, but Harper legit fell first.
Yeah.
They landed
No,
first.
AJ fell.
Oh, AJ hit
Oh,
first
AJ
because
was,
Harper hit the mat.
On the
Oh, yeah,
ground,
yeah,
you
yeah.
still
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
Harper on
Yeah.
the ring apron.
But I love the fact no replays.
And I mean, they sold it well, I guess, on Talking Smack, where Brian goes, "Hey, it's a live show. We got to react quickly. We just made a call and we went with it."
I mean, yeah, that was the best they could do.
Yeah.
I will say the next match, that match will be good next week.
Harper versus Styles, I have no problem with that.
I cannot believe the fact that Luke Harper is going to be in the title match at WrestleMania. It blows my mind, but I love it.
Did any
Stop calling it the main event. It's not the main event.
Not title match.
title match?
No,
Anybody
I'm not
see?
saying us. I'm saying television because Orton won that. It's the main event. It's not the main event. It was never the main event.
It should be the main.
Should be,
Should
but
be.
it's not.
Of the two title matches, it'll be better.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anybody see the Mick Foley tweets from SmackDown?
No.
First the main event, he goes, "Oh, no replay, huh?" Because they didn't show that. And then he goes the Naomi, Brian moment. He goes like, "Didn't we do that last night?" But a different thing happened. Different result.
Yeah, except for one is because somebody can't compete and couldn't hold the title. The other is because the person should have given up because it's what their fucking character is.
That right there.
That's a. Yeah, man.
There's a far enough distance that doesn't make sense.
I can't wait till he's gone.
Yep.
Did you hear who's supposedly replacing him?
Kurt Angle.
That's exciting.
What?
Yeah.
I have not heard this.
No.
Kurt Angle is supposedly the one taking over Mick's spot.
That's awesome.
Interesting.
Which, I mean, if you think about it, the long history with Stephanie
Oh yeah.
and Triple H, that's great.
I loved Wheelchair Angle when he was GM for a while.
Yeah.
So with that, let's get on to 205 Live.
Oh,
Still 205.
I kept thinking, you know why Luke Harper is being added to the main event of Mania, right?
What's up?
Vince is a huge fan of him now.
Really?
Vince's exact words were, "We gotta push that big sweaty bastard."
Because Vince
Thank
McMahon.
God you finally came around, Vince.
Vince McMahon loves.
Hasn't the entire locker room been behind Luke Harper?
Now,
the
if he can
entire
only
time?
get behind
yeah.
Cesaro, but hey,
He's still boring.
Yeah, he's boring.
No, he got over. Harper's over with the whole locker room. Vince got pissed at him, Harper, one
wasn't
time because of his
Southern.
promo. He didn't do his Southern accent.
Oh,
in
is
one
that
of
the
his promo.
IC run before
Yeah.
the title, the ladder match?
Yeah, he didn't do his.
Imagine 3 years from now, main event of WrestleMania: Braun Strowman versus Luke Harper.
I'm all for it.
Ooh,
Fuck, I'm for
Ooh,
that.
that could be good.
Yeah.
That could be one of the best big man matches you've ever seen.
Hurricane Rana, baby!
Hip ups and
Hurricane Ranas,
Oh man, the double drop kick scene on that one is
fucking
awesome.
Tope con Hilos, inside.
That's Braun.
Yeah.
Mother of God.
Speaking of people who mark out for Tope Confilos,
Mamma Mia himself.
live on 205. Again, everything here is solid.
Yeah, that was a solid show.
Nothing blew me away.
One thing blew me away.
Was it the insane intellect of the Brian Kendrick?
That too.
He was awesome.
no,
But-
it was the big scoop that Double A had this week.
Yeah.
Yes! We have, very soon, hopefully, maybe, kinda, possibly, the return of another superstar to 205 Live. The greatest man who ever lived,
Double A standard.
Austin Aries.
Now that's a game changer.
If he ever does come back, because like I said, if I come back to the ring here,
They showed the whole promo of I'm returning, so.
oh yeah, but right after he's like, if or when I get around to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's been cleared to wrestle for a couple.
They're getting ready for it. They have replaced him on commentary on Main Event with R-Truth.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
And by the way, that is a rehearsal for after his in-ring career.
I know.
We talked about that last week.
You watch main event.
I do.
How was it?
He needs work.
Is it like
Please tell me.
Tonga bad?
Then
Or is
he-
it just like someone who hasn't really done this yet and could use
Yes,
more?
someone who hasn't done this a lot and could use work.
Please tell me if once Austin Aries comes back, they put him on 205 Live.
I'm already sick of the one joke, and it's only been 2 weeks, where he consistently calls Byron Saxton coach.
Is that what he does?
Yep.
Fuck you! I would think that's hilarious
That's pretty
for
funny.
forever.
It was awesome for like 30 minutes, and then after you're like, okay. And
I was
the
like,
second week you're
I
like,
laughed
oh.
about it because that's the first time I heard it. I don't know how this is going to go over again. But
Hey, coach.
No, fuck it. I would think that was hysterical
And
every
even,
time he did it.
okay, and Phillips and Saxton both the first week
Oh,
tried to explain to
Phillips.
him.
Face fucked him?
Yeah, he face fucked him and then told him, no, that's not the coach. That's Byron Saxton. In truth, stepped with it. He's like, nah, Yale ain't playing me. I know that's coach. I ain't falling for that.
Funny.
Awesome. I watch you main event just because of this. That sounds
That's
awesome.
funny. I hope I know that. Here's the racist thing. I hope if he goes on other shows and there's the other black, Tonga, what up, coach?
That would
No.
be great.
He just calls all of them coach.
For some reason, he's at NXT.
Percy, coach, what's up, coach?
you got some stylish new glasses, coach.
But then for some reason, R-Truth gets to do the ESPN thing with Coach and then calls him something else.
He calls him Byron Saxton.
Byron? Yeah.
Byron, how you doing, Byron?
I didn't know you worked for ESPN. Hell,
Please make it happen.
Oh, that. I made
R-Truth
myself
push.
laugh too much with that fake bit.
Give us that R-Truth push.
That's the most entertaining R-Truth's been in the last 5 years. It was in
Fuck
segment where
you,
he wasn't
I
there.
enjoyed the R-Truth Cena time. He made the water bottle the most dangerous weapon known to man.
No, and don't forget his Royal Rumble moment when he thinks
the
it's a
ladder
ladder match.
Royal Rumble was
Everyone's
pretty
like-
funny.
No, and come on, every time he interferes in the promo for like Money in the Bank or something, Truth, you're not even in the match. My bad. His comedy has been good. Wrestling,
Jimmy,
yeah.
It jumped the shark eventually, but it had its run where it was fucking good.
R-Truth thinks this is SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But anyways,
R-Truth still thinks he's in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
You're right.
205 Live. Kendrick versus Tozawa. A lot of fun.
Tozawa's learning.
Tozawa's getting over.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hella
yes.
over.
But again, putting his foot in the in the ring.
I love Kendrick.
Tightening.
Kendrick is like a hipster Finley.
It's so fucking good.
Ah!
We got Noam Dar versus Mustafa Ali.
Before we get to that, I will say, it'll be sad when Tozawa gets released because he finally turns heel and tells the crowd to shut the fuck up on the screen.
But no, Dar, Mustafa Ali, it was okay.
It was alright.
Something was missing in that match.
Those two.
I'm really high on Mustafa Ali. So
Yeah,
Discover around
nice Bay. Do you want to join the Bay train?
well, he's not my bae, but I'm really high on him.
About to say.
We've been retweeted by him because he's our Bay, so...
And then, main event, Jack Gallagher versus a returning Tony Nese.
I thought this was really good.
This was a good match.
The only weird thing to me was Nese got a color change.
No, I think that's just because of how pale white Jack Gallagher is.
Oh, okay.
It's like when you put somebody up against Shakes.
Well, he had new trunks, and
Yeah.
it was very, like, face trunk-esque, which was weird. But
Well, you notice that with his Tron and stuff like that, it's kind of like this white, silver, blue, and yellow. Very bright, very not heel.
You gotta think by looking at him, besides Neville, he's gotta be Vince's favorite cruiserweight, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind seeing a face change to him, because I don't think the heels worked very well. He hasn't really gotten over great as it.
I really don't really see him as a face.
I've seen him as both. Probably better. I mean, the character he's playing now is pretty much his heel character, only on this indie scene. They gave more attention to it.
Yeah.
It's the masterpiece. I am the premier athlete. I look better than all of you. You should all want to be like me. This is what a real wrestler looks like. He gets no promo time. He gets no story told.
Yeah, maybe he just hasn't really got a push.
Yeah.
Yet. So maybe I just need to see what the push, because he hasn't really connected with me on the main roster yet.
No, don't question the talent. That's for sure.
No. It's just character-wise. He hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like Cedric. Cedric didn't connect with me for a while, but now he actually gets pushed. Now he gets time, so it works.
And he is the most underutilized member of the roster. That being said, last show of the week, of course, NXT, and an interesting episode.
Oh no.
We had the triple threat number one contenders match for the women's title.
Still don't get why Peyton Royce was in that.
She won it.
She won it.
Want it.
And I still don't understand why she was in it!
But it was Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, and Liv Morgan. They did this.
I
They
did
did
it.
a great job of keeping Ember Moon safe by keeping her out of the match the entire time.
I get why Peyton Royce is in there because of the two of them. Billie Kay has the higher upside, so you don't want to waste her losing to Asuka.
But didn't she just
I
get
get,
hurt?
I get that point.
Yeah.
I just don't get story-wise why she was in it.
Well, because you have to feed someone to Asuka. The other two are baby faces. You're saving Ember for the takeover.
See, that's smart looking at it. I'm saying story-wise,
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand why she
But
was
all
in it.
right.
Well, why the hell's Liv Morgan in the number one contenders match?
But one question.
Because she got the win over Peyton, I think, a week or two ago.
But
I kind of wanted her to win because she would have died.
But who just got hurt on the last tapings? NXT tapings.
Did you hear?
Who's the three girls that was in the match?
Peyton Royce, Liv Morgan, and Ember Moon.
Who was the one that didn't wrestle?
Billie Kay.
Okay.
Okay.
She got hurt.
Oh, she.
Oh, you know what? I never heard a follow up. I know she was.
I haven't heard a follow up either, but she
Yeah, I
got
know.
hurt with the Ember Moon Stunner.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
at the
Oh.
new tapings they did this past week.
Yeah.
She had to be helped out of the ring into the back, but I haven't heard anything since then.
Well, so
Same.
but that wouldn't have to deal with this.
No, that would have nothing.
No. But
But
Yeah.
then it's probably a good thing because the Billie Kay. So
Whoopsies.
hopefully she gets better. But Peyton Royce, she about to die.
Yeah,
As much
no.
as I love Asuka, and I think Ember Moon has a shit ton of talent and will be a superstar down the road, of the women right now, I think Peyton, I mean, as much as I shit on them, because I think Peyton Royce is kind of garbage in the ring, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay should be on the main roster right now. I think they would be great at helping give them some depth on the women's division.
Absolutely. On SmackDown.
And well, yeah, they're gold for SmackDown. That shtick would work so well on the main roster.
I would 100% agree with that. Then we got another British heavyweight match as Pete Dunne takes on Mark Andrews.
Andrews!
And, well, this match was fucking good.
Well, there's one guy who needs to be on 205 Live like last week.
Bruiserweight?
Mandrews.
Oh, Mandrews.
Where the fuck isn't Mandrews? If there was a wrestler who was like, this is where you should be right now, it would be Mandrews on 205 Live.
He's essentially Evan Bourne without all the drug use.
And his own theme music.
Yeah.
He did his own theme music.
And he doesn't, have his ankle explode every other day.
That's true.
No, I mean, he's proven he's a good talent. And
another guy TNA completely did nothing with.
Well,
he
then
did come out and said he actually didn't mind his time there.
And then, TNA tried to get that money by doing my first day at TNA, and first person was Mandrews.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes, he's already on WWE TV. This was a really good match.
Is it because they're still going to try to do UK TV as the reason why you're not seeing these guys get an instant?
Yes, I just saw that they're in talks again.
Because,
Are they?
I mean,
Yeah.
you could put Pete Dunne in 205 Live right now, and he would destroy everyone's soul.
You can put Pete Dunne on Raw.
You can put Pete Dunne on NXT, Raw, or SmackDown. He's ready to go.
I mean, the only problem is that he's not a big dude. So if you put him in the ring with some of those other dudes, it's gonna show comparative tough.
But there's also never been a time in that company where that matters less.
True.
Very true. Oh, can you imagine him as a third member of the Triple H Triumvirate?
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be fun. Can you think of a more badass triumvirate?
That's a big question because there's going to be 3 guys as part of that. It's
Yeah.
going to be Joe. It's going to be Steen or Owens. Who's going to be the third guy? Is it going to be Rude?
So there's a lot of places you could go with that. Corey and I kind of fantasy booked one last week that worked out pretty well, though I can't remember exactly.
I know
how
Joe
it went.
likes Balor for the spot, but I kind of like Balor still.
I
in the
don't
Balor
like
club.
Balor for the spot.
Balor makes the most sense due to the Triple H and him always too sweeting. I mean, storyline wise, it makes sense. He also big baby face. I think they want to go with that more, so I don't see it being him.
I feel like they were already starting to hint at pushing him heel, though.
What we did last week was because Corey and I were talking about this after the taping Monday Night War Series available on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and NoSellEntertainment.com.
Jeff had the idea of it being Bobby Roode and having Joe and Owens to a lesser extent still be very important, but have Roode be the guy and they're his muscle as Triple H's ultimate chosen dude.
And then to counteract that, because they'll run roughshod,
Oh, yeah.
then you have the person who's going to come and try to break this up. Face Finn Balor with a face club behind him.
Oh, I don't know how I would like that.
That's
They
a couple
battled
brothers
out.
right there.
That's some good brothers right there. I'm all for good brothers getting screen time.
It'd be a dangerous shot, because I don't know how them as faces would get over.
I think Carl Anderson would get over great as a face. He's funny as fuck.
And it's hashtag Hot Asian Wife.
Yeah.
And then
Gallows would be along for the ride.
we worked it out for about 9 months, and we ended up with, I can't remember who the fourth guy we brought in for Team Rude was.
Well, Triple H himself.
We could do that. We had the fourth guy coming in to help out the club. I believe we had Shinsuke.
No. Well, you did.
Yeah.
I thought it made more sense for AJ since he's
And
the
AJ
club.
would have made sense. Well, no, that's right. I had AJ going against the club as the fourth guy because he felt left out by them going with Finn. Shinsuke comes in as the fourth guy. Fucking War Games.
The only reason I hate that is fuck Shinsuke ever being with anyone ever, because it doesn't make sense for his character.
I mean, other than the fact that he was for several years with one of the biggest factions in all of wrestling.
We're
Chaos.
talking for his current character.
In all fairness, it was the same character then, but
Yeah.
New Japan factions, especially back then,
It's chaos.
I mean, they would fight each other. It
Yeah.
didn't really matter. They were just still the.
Yeah.
It was weird.
But no, I really liked what we had working out there. But again, there's a lot of ways you can go with this.
Speaking of Shinsuke and Balor,
Oh yeah,
I'm not big on the spoilers and reading the tapings early, but this was everywhere this week. So they did tapings this week. Someone came to help one Mr. Shinsuke Nakamura this week.
and that would have been Mr. Finn Balor.
So this is basically the Sami Zayn run from a couple years ago, where got hurt on the main roster, went back down, kind of to warm up, get the name back going again, to then just show up on Raw the next Monday after Mania.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, yeah, if he's cleared, I'm pretty sure you'll see Balor wrestle at the TakeOver Mania weekend.
And it's basically just as a warm-up.
Against Shinsuke.
Finn versus Shinsuke.
Yeah. I
So
think
then
that's...
then it's Rude. Oh no. For the
Rude.
title.
Oh yeah,
And then-
which
no.
that's we got that at the end because the main event was Rude versus No Way Jose, which was okay. Rude ended up winning, went back, and was gonna beat down Jose more, and then he did. He went after the knee, put in the half crab. Out came Ono to make the save.
But I'll tell you what, No Way Jose is going to go over huge on the main roster.
Yeah, yes. 100%.
He'll be what they thought. What's his name with the party animals? Should have.
Adam Rose.
Adam Rose. Yeah, he'll be that guy, only successful. Mm-hmm. He'll never be more than a comedy mid-card guy. But he'll be really over.
He pitched that. I mean, it's kind of like The Godfather. Like,
Yeah.
he can get almost to a Hall of Fame career because of that shit.
And there's nothing wrong with being that level.
Not everyone can be main event.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Just have a good time. That being said, as soon as Ono came out, over.
So surprised he's a face.
I don't think they had much of a choice at the moment.
Yeah, it's with that smart crowd, and if any indie guy is going to show up, I mean, you pretty much would have to do what they did with Owens the first night to turn.
Yeah. Death by elbows chants out everywhere.
I love Ono's theme music. If that's what they're.
Oh, his new theme music's great.
If that's what they're going with, that is.
Yeah, it is.
Glorious versus Ono at TakeOver. Yes.
Or in 3 weeks on SmackDown NXT. But with that, we have to get ready for.
Hold on.
What's that?
Are we going to debut my gimmick?
That is right. I was going to
Do you have a gimmick?
But I got ghosted.
I have a gimmick. I've got a large gimmick.
Are we still talking about wrestling gimmicks?
Are you-
when
Or are
did
you
Colonel
getting-
Parker get in here?
Or are you getting popped? Is that your gimmick?
I'm not getting popped.
Okay.
I may have been in a gutter somewhere with Ariel last weekend. Not sure.
It's good old wrestling right
Oh,
there.
by the way, Zen had to talk to you after the show again.
Damn it! Damn it!
So, Corey, new segment, as you are the database. The Databases Television Match of the Week.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu.
We did debut this 2 weeks ago, it's just nobody ever got to hear it.
Ghosted.
Yeah. It's in the,
Ghostcast.
Ghostcast.
it's in the ether somewhere.
Can Ghostcast become our Ghost Dad?
People in Nightville.
Yeah.
People in Nightville heard my match of the week.
Oh, there
2
you
weeks
go.
ago.
That's all that matters.
No one else did. So this week was tough. There wasn't a clear runaway winner. But what I'm doing is I'm doing the God's work for you. I'm watching all this so that I can tell people at home, watch this match. If you watch nothing else, watch this match. This week it's NXT. It's Pete Dunne versus Mark Andrews. That's how she pinned me last week.
But no,
Is that how you're
great
gonna
match.
finish it? That's like, and that's
That's
how
how
she
I finished
pinned me.
Dunn and Andrews was a fucking great match.
Yeah.
Easily, I think, the choice this week.
I love Pete Dunne.
Oh, he's one of my top 5 favorites right now.
I'm so glad Triple H invented UK wrestling to give me this.
And Jericho's going to be pissed with you.
So, with that, let's go ahead.
How do we not talk about that? What happened in Germany?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I totally spaced on that.
Kevin
yes.
Owens attacking Jericho at the house show in Germany.
The Jericho
Twice.
came out
Yeah.
crutches,
Coming out in crutches
neck
and a
brace.
neck
Wow.
brace, cutting promos, and Owens comes out and attacks the shit out of him.
I love continuity.
That's cool.
Right?
I
On
really
house
hope
shows,
they're gonna
yeah.
stick with Jericho not being on television till the pay-per-view.
Well, he has
obviously
to.
comes out.
Come
Well,
on.
he's going to have to lose that U.S. title.
Come on. He has a bad neck, a couple of bruised ribs, and a broken heart.
Was on the official form.
Yep.
So, let's go ahead and get into Fastlane where Jericho should
Should
come
be.
back.
Yeah.
I've got 6 matches so far for the card, of course.
Well, 5, but one isn't announced yet.
One's not announced, but we know it's going to happen. As always, as more matches are announced, we'll get those ready for the show next week. If I remember last time, because it happened during the Ghostcast, everybody was doing pretty well except for we didn't know anything about women's wrestling. Producers then got the main event wrong.
So did I.
Ring got the main event wrong, and also thought Dolph Ziggler was going to overcome 2-1 odds.
I really did. I thought he was going to have the ultimate babyface overcome with the 2-1 odds.
As the dick heel.
Yep.
But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the matches here. First match, let's go with the Raw Tag Team titles, as we have the Club versus Enzo and Cass. Let's go ahead and start with you, Ricky. Where are you going to go with this one?
I'm going to go Club, because unfortunately, I think it's Enzo and Cass winning the titles at Mania this year.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, Corey.
Don't draw us. He's gonna puke.
But, yeah, I think Club.
I'm also taking the Club in this one. I just don't want Enzo and Cass anywhere near the titles. Joe?
Club.
Club. Do you have producer Zen's pick?
Club.
And Corey?
I mean, I gotta go with my good brothers.
Good brothers. So, it's a sweep.
I will never not laugh when I think about Dana Brooks throwing up the 2-sweet on that episode of Raw. And how confused Anderson and Gallows looked.
The fuck?
Let's go ahead and go with the match that's technically not on the card on WWE.com, but we all know it's going to happen. Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. So, this one, I'm going to start with you, Corey. Where are you going to go with this one?
I know what's happening. I saw them promo it on Main Event.
Okay.
They had the graphic and everything.
I don't know why it's not on the website.
It's not on the site
Corey,
yet.
when are you going to realize that Main Event is not part
Main
of the
Event's like its
continuity?
own universe.
Yeah, it's just there.
Well, Joe's got a winner.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, goddamn.
Joe, you're in the match?
I know, I am, and I'm picking myself.
Is this a clean sweep?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're sweeping this one.
By the way, guys, we're about to see goddamn Samoa Joe on a WWE pay-per-view.
Life is
A
good.
main event WWE.
Life is good right now.
Will it still be after this next match? As Roman Reigns takes on Braun Strowman. And for this one, let's start with you, Joe.
Braun.
Joe's going Braun. Where's producer Zen going with this one?
Braun.
Okay. Corey?
Roman.
Okay. And Ricky?
I'm conflicted. I could 100% see no contest. Taker shows up between two of them and just starts throwing haymakers. But I could also see the dong hitting, distracting Roman, and then win by Braun.
And no one ever said anything about Colonel Parker interfering.
I'm gonna be different because I'm weird like that. I'm gonna go no contest.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no contest.
I am actually also going Braun on this one.
Braun!
He's the future. He's got to
Is he
win
really
one.
yelling Braun? I always
Yeah.
thought it was just Braun!
No, it's Braun. That's the long version of his name.
Got 15, 16 U's.
Braun! I
Somehow,
think it was so stupid too, and yet I love it now.
yeah. Ricky's already broken my sheet that I had listed. Everybody with places where I could put initials for one for the other. Now Ricky's completely thrown off my entire fucking book. You don't go against the book, Rick!
Wait, what? Because I went no contest?
Yes, I have to put its own special
Put
place here.
NC.
Yeah.
No contest.
No contest.
That's not how the book works.
Who controls that relationship?
The book.
The book?
Yeah.
It's the only thing he's getting.
Oh, wow.
Cruiserweight Championship on the line as the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville, takes on the Gentleman Jack Gallagher. And, let's see, is this another sweep for the King?
Yeah, I got Neville.
Yeah. Fucking crown him. He's the king of the cruiserweights.
I'm going Neville.
I'm going Neville.
Is Zen somehow taking the babyface?
She's taking babyface.
Is she really?
She's taking Gallagher.
We laugh, but she's been right more often than
This
she's
is
been wrong.
very
right?
true.
She's just a fan of hot potatoing every title.
Okay. Next up.
Hey, hold on.
Yes.
If he wins, does Gallagher get a "You deserve it" chant?
Yes.
Probably.
Holy fuck.
It depends. Where's this pay-per-view taking place?
This is in
Not Britain.
Milwaukee,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, they'll give me You Deserve a chant. Raw Women's Championship on the line as Bayley for their first title defense takes on.
Really?
Do you have to ask?
I do because Zen.
No, really.
Obviously, a month before WrestleMania, they're blowing Charlotte's winning streak at Fastlane. So obviously, it's Charlotte.
Yeah, it's Charlotte.
All the way around.
So, our third sweep of the night. Will it be a fourth?
It's always the problem with pay-per-views before the big pay-per-views. They don't mix it up a lot.
Our final one, the WWE Universal Championship.
Really?
Really?
You have to ask, really?
I do because it's my gimmick and it's what I do.
Can I just call that it's going to be a lot of Jericho before the match dropping the code breaker? That's probably
No, they're not gonna jeopardize Goldberg looking like a beast by having Jericho do anything.
Yeah.
In fact, I doubt Jericho's even there.
I'm going to cross my fingers and really hope that this goes 5 minutes.
They can't.
They gotta keep it under...
Fuck you, Brock!
No,
KO gets 5 minutes.
Think about that. I mean, they've made Brock to be the end-all, be-all in the WWE. Mm-hmm. So if Goldberg only took 1:25 to beat him, KO has to lose under 2 minutes. Or else you make Brock look weak.
Which would be awesome!
I'm all for it, but they're never going to fucking do it.
So this is a sweep, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's taking
in
Goldberg?
dominant fashion.
Joe?
I'm taking Owen. Not Owens. I'm taking Goldberg.
Okay, because you have not look at your face like you're about to take Owens.
But Zen is.
Zen's taking Owens?
Zen's taking Owens.
Has nobody clued her into how wrestling works?
I don't think so.
Okay, I know she controls the test, but has anyone tested producer Zen?
I'm going to... 48 times. I'm going to guess no.
I haven't been popped yet.
We're well aware of this.
Weird.
So with that, we have our picks for Fastlane.
I wonder what they're going to add. We need pre-show matches for this.
Braun!
Nia Jax murders somebody.
No, that's Chris Benoit.
Actually, wow. The kickoff needs to just be an hour of the loop of Dana Brooke interfering in that Raw match.
I still don't get it.
At that very slow, leisurely pace that a senior citizen walks around the mall.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously though, what will the pre-show match be?
Well, you could always do the tag match.
New Day versus Jinder and Rusev again.
Hard body Mahal.
Yeah, probably. Although they've been mixing them up. They've had them face different people every week.
I mean, you could have Golden Truth against Rusev and Jinder. I mean, it's a kickoff match. Who fucking cares, really?
Yeah.
Then, with that
Being said,
another one in the books here at the No Cell podcast. This week in No Cell, another Monday Night War stories as we inch our way towards the October pay-per-views for WWF and WCW. We're still 2 weeks from Buried Alive and 3 weeks from Halloween Havoc.
That's Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc.
yeah, get it right. You're gonna find
Macho
out.
Man presents Slim Jim's
right.
Halloween Havoc. Do we get another 8-hour promo this week from Macho?
No.
Okay, I think goodness, that thing was amazing.
You do get an odd promo from Macho.
Yeah.
Macho is in full-on shill mode this week.
Brilliant.
I mean, he's putting over everybody and everything.
Yeah.
And then this week on the queue, Mr. Lessel,
Yo,
we survived the Love Guru last week somehow.
we tried. Yeah, we did.
What are we trying to survive this week?
We're trying to survive a video game movie.
Ooh, which one?
Those are always rough.
We are doing Street Fighter. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Raul Julia, Kylie Minogue.
Charlie, I'm coming for you.
I'm so excited you're going to do Wing Commander.
That's down the line.
That was kind of...
Well, when you got Jean-Claude Van Damme as the All-American...
Excuse me, but Freddie Prinze Jr. as the hotshot Wing Commander is the best.
But here's the thing. He's going to kick Bison's ass.
Yes.
So hard.
Have you heard
So hard.
about Jean-Claude Van Damme's new show that's an Amazon original? Where Jean-Claude Van Damme goes undercover as Jean-Claude Van Damme Johnson.
That's awesome.
Look it up. It's an Amazon original that's coming out soon.
Oh, this should be interesting.
It sounds stupidly awesome.
That might be something you hear about on another podcast here on No Cell Entertainment.
The Van Damme podcast.
The Van Damme podcast. We're already working on a Dragon Ball one. Why not a
They alternate.
Van Damme one?
Yeah.
1 week is Jean-Claude, the next week is Rob. They go back and forth. Because, hey, you can't forget, there's also a lot of Rob Van Dam movies to watch.
No. There's a shoot at work. my supervisor was like, "Oh, look at this Steven Seagal movie. It has Jean-Claude Van Damme," and I'm like, "What? Let me look at it." I'm like, "No, it's Rob Van Dam. He's a wrestler." I put it back. No, thank you.
But of course, you can look forward to all of our podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and NoCellEntertainment.com. On a lot of these places, you can also rate, subscribe, follow. Tell everyone you know about No Cell Entertainment.
Jeff,
Yes.
you're gonna give away the Oscars results tonight?
Who's gonna win?
I actually have no idea.
Oh, don't worry. They Steve Harvey'd it.
Did they really?
Yes, the best picture. They're like Warren Beatty. The winner is La La Land. They come up and then they go, "It's Moonlight."
I didn't do that. I'm pretty sure on the cards that you opened, it only says the winner.
They're saying that they gave him the wrong one. I can't wait to watch the video.
Oh, that's
Moonlight won?
Moonlight won.
They deserve it. They deserve it.
But yeah, they Steve Harvey'd
probably
it.
actually do deserve that one.
Yeah, they Steve Harvey'd it hard.
Wow,
That's why I wanted to bring up. So
that's rough.
And to get more of our hot takes on Oscar fuck-ups, you can follow us on Twitter at NoCellENT.
That fucked my bracket. I would have had a perfect Oscar bracket.
don't worry, Curry Rhodes believes he booked it because it was a dusty finish.
We're also on Instagram at NoCellENT, Snapchat NoCellPodcast, Facebook.com/NoCellEntertainment. If you still email, you can contact us at NoCellEntertainment.com.
Is email a dead medium?
Email?
It seems like it is.
My whole job is built around email.
Yeah, I don't think I could work half my job without my email.
I try. You can also follow us individually on the Twitter.
Did Jeff just bypass all of us? He's now the old man yelling at the cloud.
Ah, you!
Jeff actually thinks that written word is still the way to contact people.
Did you guys not use carrier pigeons?
Oh, dude, we need a P.O. box.
Jeff
We
has
might work on that.
Jeff has a landline, and it's like
Copy-
one of those old
copy
yellow ones
them.
on the wall.
Dude, rotary style, baby.
No,
I love that noise.
Jeff still gets on his internet through those AOL.
Copy serve, baby. He still believes zip drives are the way to ruin the
Dude,
whole
man,
world.
high 8, baby. It's all about high 8.
Floppy disk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the 5.5, not the 3 1/4.
Your gigawatts are
When they were actually floppy
They were actually
disks.
floppy, baby.
so floppy.
Commodore 64 style. You can also follow us individually on the Twitter.
We can get there
Fuckers,
soon.
I was actually old enough to use those in school, okay?
I remember.
My grandmother had like an original computer and had games on them.
Yeah.
It was like you built a paper airplane, you threw it down a hall, but whatever.
If you didn't play Oregon Trail on a Commodore 64, I feel sorry for you. You also feel sorry for anybody who follows Ricky on Twitter.
Rude. NSC_Richard, but I mean, don't follow me. You're all stupid idiot schmarks, anyways.
Oh.
Joe, where can they find you?
At the Dasheen.
Get it? Get it?
Get it?
And where can they follow us at?
I guess at producers then.
I mean, she's the most over one of them all.
She's gonna pop you sometime.
Hashtag drug test
If you don't follow her, she's gonna pop you.
Speaking of getting popped, Corey, where can they follow your popping adventures on Twitter?
Hey, yo. You can follow me at that kayfabe guy.
And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at the MacTheMACK as soon as this file loads. Oh, sweet! Only 12 hours left on this MP3.
It's 39 hours, Jeff.
I remember having to wait like a day and a half to get a decent download of Test's third theme song.
Yeah, me too.
Test.
But not test. It was karma. But
I was the completist,
Yeah.
Oh, this is true.
Or I have the 40 different Undertaker versions.
Hey, I've got everybody's on the roster their current themes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's important. And with that being said, for producer Zen, for Dashing Joseph Lessel, for the Savior Richard Marticelli, for the Human Wrestling Database Corey Mack,
For Tom Phillips' massive erection on the airplane.
He's gonna face fuck you.
Hashtag drug test Zen.
And Tom Phillips.
I
Tom Spacey.
am the only Toshi.
Wait, Jeff, I got one more thing. Good night. No, finish it. You finish your thing.
No, it's already done.
It's
Wow.
done. You killed the entire podcast.
Finish it.
You. This was a good podcast till then.